All right, guys, how's it going? So James Pearce has wrote an article for The Athletic today, basically saying, about Liverpool's summer transfer plans, what we're hearing kind of thing. There's some additional reporting in the article by Oliver Kay. Now, I don't know if you have access to The Athletic. I do, I pay for it. But a friend of mine was saying that if you get a link for The Athletic, The Times, The Daily Mail, anything behind a paywall, basically, that you might want to read about Liverpool Football Club, that if you go to a website called archive.ph, and then go into the second box down and paste that link in, that it'll open it up. That's what I was told. I've never tried it. I mean, I would never do anything like that. But if when it just goes live, you might have to wait a little bit. But apparently, my friend was saying that that's what you can do. But I'll pay for it. So I've read it, and it's created a bit of interaction, if you like, engagement online. You've got all the Twitter twats and the aggregators using bits and pieces from it. What I'm going to do is save you the aggravation of having to read it. And I'm going to tell you what James Pearce and Oliver Kay, whichever bits he's done, have got to say about every player that's mentioned in that article. And I'm going to go through it with you. Now, one thing that I want you to recall, or to see if you remember this, is that I said that come the summer, I think we will see references to, they're gonna do this and that in the market, but don't forget, they signed Mo Salah and Virgil van Dijk, and they're like new signings, and the transfer budget could be affected by that. It would come from the clique of journalists, the Liverpool clique of journalists, that lower T kind of thing. I just got a message behind me. I do apologise, it's bleeping away in the background. I hope you can't see them. Anyway, so what was I saying? I said that, that clique, that Liverpool clique of journalists, those ones below, Ornstein and Joyce, that nobody pays attention to be honest with you. Well, I certainly don't. And what I said was, it'll be James Pearce. I'm sure we'll see an article from James Pearce or reference to that thought in an article by James Pearce. And in this article by James Pearce, he says as follows, blah, blah, blah. The financial landscape is brighter following a lucrative return to the Champions League, but 2-year contract extensions for top scorer Mohamed Salah and Van Dijk represent big financial commitments. That was the prediction that I said that would come from the clique of journalists that write about Liverpool Football Club. And I specifically said James Pearce, and there he is saying it already. Don't knows best, all right, DKB. Anyway, I'm going to tell you every single thing he said in this article about numerous players. As you know, I can't pronounce names unless it's like Jack Daniels or John Smith, but we'll go with it. So, goalkeepers. Mamadashvili joining on July 1st for £29 million deal already done. Alisson staying, rejected Saudi offers, loves the club, contract runs until 2027. Kelleher likely to leave, wants to be a number one. Liverpool value him at £30 million. Viteslav Jaros alone, or his stay is undecided, could remain as cover or be loaned out. Again, so that's your goalkeepers. In the article, defenders, Andy Robertson, staying. No mention of leaving, club-seeking competition for him. Milos Kerkez, transfer target, high on Liverpool's list, would cost £45 million, admired by Hughes. I wouldn't be surprised if he's the first signing through the door this summer. I've said that for a while. I'm not saying I'm just saying you know what I'm saying. Dominic Szoboszlai, staying, key player, reference as part of the squad rebuild. Yorel Hato, transfer target, admired by Liverpool as a left-back option. The option here is important because I think, and if you follow my channel for a long time, Edwards has got he always tends to, I think he tries to play a couple of players off, or a couple of agents or camps off each other when they're trying to negotiate a deal. So, for example, you want a left back, right, or something like that, or a defender or something. So Milos Kerkez, Yorel Hato, I can imagine it's Edwards' style to be playing them off each other a little bit. Milos Kerkez for me, but I do see Hato as being considered, and a left-back option. The option is the key bit there. Using the two names to try, two players for one position to try and get the better deal, and if one falls through, fall onto the other one, that kind of thing. My long-term view is, look, I don't think I did a very good job of explaining, but I think you'll work out what I'm trying to say. Shimikas, likely to leave, would be sold if a new left-back arrives. 2 years left on his deal. Dean Huijsen, a player of interest, which was said to me from people, well, not people, it wasn't more than one person, someone very well connected to Liverpool Football Club. My long-term viewers will tell you this is some time ago, before the Dean Huijsen was a thing, if you like. We're hearing about him all the time now, but people on this channel have heard about him a little bit longer than when his name really started appearing, being mentioned with Liverpool by the likes of these lot. So Dean Huijsen, I think that's a very complicated one to do. I would be absolutely over the moon if we signed Dean Huijsen. That would be, if someone said you can have one player this summer, who would it be? That would be it, guys, for me. It's saying here, he's saying target. Centre-back Liverpool are chasing. Serious competition, though. Chelsea currently ahead. That's the vibe, that Chelsea are currently ahead. Real Madrid playing it cool, not looking for a centre-back until 2026. Don't want to pay the full release clause. I've said for months on here, any chance of getting Dean Huijsen would be this summer. If you do not get Huijsen this summer, you will not get him at all. But even though a credible journalist like Ornstein has chimed in on this, I still know that Ornstein and Joyce sometimes run some propaganda. I'm not saying they do it to mislead, and it's what they're told, and they go, oh, yeah, you can imagine someone, yeah, we're really trying to sign Dean Huijsen. All right, okay. Do you know what I mean? I'm very suspicious about our link with Dean Huijsen. I've got to be honest, and I want it to happen. But you don't believe something just because you want it to happen. So I'm just saying be cautious with the Dean Huijsen stuff. That's only my opinion. I'll bear my ass in Madrid if we sign him. He is a great player. I love that player. Pearce saying he's a target. I personally don't listen to James Pearce too much. I should have maybe said that at the start of the video. I put him in the bracket of the clique of journalists. I think he's good for writing match reports, analysis, interviewing former players, academy, starlets or whatever. But when you think that he's the Liverpool journalist for The Athletic, but Ornstein publishes the exclusives ahead of him, I just don't think that I pay too much attention to James Pearce, but I know some of you guys do, and you might see the Twitter twats mentioning all this stuff today, so I'm just throwing in my 2 pence, if you like. So, Ibrahima Konate, uncertain, according to Pearce. Contract talks dragging, future undecided, could leave if no agreement. I would agree with that, actually. I see that. But notice how the Dean Huijsen stuff came out, excuse me, when they started focusing on Konate. So when the Salah and Virgil van Dijk stuff was sorted, the priority is now Konate. Oh, by the way, we want Dean Huijsen. That's what I'm talking about, propaganda. Just be careful with it. Trent Alexander-Arnold expected to leave. Still anticipated to join Real Madrid on a free transfer. I'd be very surprised if it didn't happen. Conor Bradley, staying. Will be back to step up as Trent's replacement. Great player, love him. Real Madrid should be going for him, really. He's a very good player. Injury concerns, of course. My kind of player, I love Bradley, man. I love him. Jarrell Quansah, staying. Linked to Newcastle, but Liverpool not open to sell him. Would take a huge offer. Not open to sell him, but would take a huge offer. Contradictory, in my opinion. Every player's got a price. Although you might argue Mo Salah didn't when the Saudis came in, if you believe all of that. Joe Gomez, staying, mentioned as part of a possible defensive cover, no talk of transfer. What they're saying in the article here is Trent goes, Bradley and Gomez between them can cover that right side. Bradley, I'm just worried about the injury side of things, and because of that, it makes me wonder. I personally think we should be going for someone for that right side. Midfielders, Ryan Gravenberch, staying. Important in the deeper midfield role, no suggestion of move. Some people think Real Madrid are interested in him, but it's the Twitter twats, it's the aggregators, it's the people that want to engagement farm. I'm in Spain, I review the Spanish papers every day for this channel, and I've done for a very long time. I do not miss a fucking thing. And I also have Golazo Espana, my other YouTube channel, link in the video description. No suggestions that Real Madrid are going for him at all. Alexis McAllister, slightly different with this one. This says, my opinion here, 1 second. Pearce thinks he's staying. Key midfielder, no transfer talk. Not true. Jose Felix Diaz is the best Real Madrid journalist, right? He's our Paul Joyce. Liverpool, Jose Felix Diaz at Marca writes about Real Madrid. I spoke to him recently about the Trent situation. He wrote an opinion piece on the back page of Marca. Let me think. When McAllister was linked, was it his dad that was saying, bigging him up and then backtracking and all that? And it was mentioned, that speculation came out, those comments about McAllister came out at the exact same time that Real Madrid were having discussions internally about their potential transfer targets. And Jose Felix Diaz wrote this, I think it was a bit of a cryptic opinion piece on the back page of Marca, saying, at the exact same time that, the McAllister camp is saying about, the desire of playing for Real Madrid or whatever. I can't remember the exact words, so don't quote me. Do your own thing there. I got memory like a sieve, you know that. Diaz said, at the very same day, what coincidence, within the corridors of Real Madrid, they were looking at McAllister. And if you read it and didn't really pay too much attention, you just think he was saying, it was interesting, because McAllister's camp saying this and Real Madrid. I think he was alluding to the comments that were out there from the McAllister camp as being part of this, of trying to instigate interest. That's just what I think, right? I don't know for certain, though. But what I want to say here is that Diaz has also said that McAllister is under consideration, like we hear that with every fucker, right? But under consideration. So there's no emphasis on Real Madrid trying to go for him. There's no headlines about that. You might see those headlines in shitty websites like Featureheads or whatever, but nobody credible saying it other than Diaz saying he has been discussed at Real Madrid, but there's no suggestion of them moving for him yet. McAllister has publicly said he wants to play in Spain one day. His exact comments when he was asked was, why not? But I'm not sure there's anything on that's, I don't think you have to worry about that at the moment. Trust me, if anything ramps up on that, you're going to hear about it on here. Curtis Jones, staying, settled part of the core midfield. Harvey Elliott, question marks, uncertain, wants more minutes, loves the club, but is considering his future. Would be sad to see him go. I would consider him available. If he wants to progress his career, that boy should be playing football, I think. But he loves the fucking club like we love the club. Do you know what I mean? So that's the kind of players. But you can't keep through sentiment, unfortunately, and you can't also deny someone, progressing the career. But I'd be gutted to see him go. I've got to be honest with you. But it's described as uncertain. Endo, staying, happy and settled, valued squad player. Who remembers the Endo video I did? Sucky, long time. Does anyone remember that? No, it wasn't very politically correct, I don't think. But we had a good laugh anyway. At me. So, Martin Zubimendi, massive news in Spain this week, as featured on here, and Golazo Espana, left out of Real Sociedad's pre-season tour of Japan promotional materials. Only 2 players at Real Sociedad left out, him and Becker. Becker's not a big deal. Zubimendi, their number 4, one of their best players, one of their biggest assets, not in the promotional material for Real Sociedad's pre-season tour. He's on his way. Many think he's off to Arsenal. Alonso said would like to take him to Real Madrid. Described here as not a target now. Missed out on him last summer. No current pursuit is mentioned in this article. Okay, who else have we got? Angelo Stieler was an alternative. Mentioned as last year's fallback to Zubimendi. Not active now. This player's name was not mentioned last summer. Widely, if you like. We didn't discuss him last summer, but that name's now been put out there by Pearce as saying, he was considered as an alternative last year. He certainly wasn't a big name that was mentioned. Well, I'm not saying his name wasn't mentioned, but I know for a fact that we were not talking about him on here. Bacetic, staying for now. Will be assessed in pre-season after loan at Las Palmas. The Twitter tats want you to believe that he's doing amazing. He's fucking great, man. He's doing all right. That's what he's doing. He's doing all right. He's come under some criticism, but that was when he was played as... 1 second. I've got a delivery. Ready? Come in. Oh, where's he gone? I'm coming back. I'm back. Sorry, it's me water delivery. And the door was open and I thought Remy was going to go ring it towards the driver. Bacetic. So, doing well as a defensive midfielder. He's really well, right? Was played as a centre-back recently. Bombed. Criticised, whatever. But what I'm trying to say here, if you were to say to me, how's he doing, Dunk? Because I read all the match reports and the feedback. I've got people that from Las Palmas follow me on social media and vice versa for this reason. And I think that some people just want you to believe he's doing better than he actually is. All right. So I think he's improved and I think he's doing well. But like it says here, will be assessed in pre-season after loan at Las Palmas. All right. So just be a little bit cautious. I don't want to make out that he's not doing well, guys. He's doing good. He is. But I've seen it exaggerated on social media. All right, by the Twitter twats, because they want the engagement, they want to create false hope and all that. Round here, we'll keep it fucking real. Tyler Morton, expected to leave, back from injury, valued at 20 million according to this lot. Forwards, Darwin Núñez, expected to leave. No surprises there. Scored just 7 goals, Liverpool open to sale, interest from Saudi and Atletico and Milan. I hope he goes to Spain because I'd like to follow his career on my daily updates on here. Alexander Isak, unlikely. Admired but not seen as realistic due to likely £150 million valuation. I spend a lot of time in Newcastle, you know, I've been doing that. Their fans are like, there's nothing to suggest that he's fucking even would want, you know, wants out at the moment. Reports in Spain say his camp had been speaking to Barca towards the end of last year, but that went quiet. Barca can't do it anyway at the moment. But Newcastle fans, you know, they were telling me who I should pay attention to. And they said, don't be listening to the likes of fucking Ornstein. So you see the difference between what we might think of Ornstein. They're saying, no, Ornstein all of a sudden has got an opinion on every fucking thing. But they're saying, don't listen to him, big man. You know what I mean? So Alexander Isak, I've never believed it, to be honest with you. Yeah, of course he's admired. What a stupid fucking statement, do you know what I mean? But I think they've created a bit of false hope around that, to be honest with you. Oh, and then it was ruled out recently. Like, you know what I mean? I don't fucking know. Anthony Gordon, he's mentioned. And as soon as I saw his name mentioned, I was like, oh, what was I going to say about him? No longer a target. Was a £75 million option last summer. Not being pursued now. There are still people that communicate with me that say, well, it's just never, just something about it, Dunk, says it might come back, that link. Their opinion, not mine. Okay. Ugo, Ekitike, yay, under consideration. That thing we hear all the time, the infamous Liverpool radar. It's a bigger radar than the listening station, GCHQ, innit, guys? Under consideration. But remember this, the Twitter twats, the aggregators, the content creators, the ones that make YouTube videos with big, like, fucking really excited faces and shit like that, you know what I mean, to get you all reeled in. They're the ones that use words like under consideration, monitoring, and that pisses you off because then you go, oh, we're just monitoring FC. The reality is, because you subject yourself to all that shit, you end up thinking that's what's happening, and it's not, right? Under consideration, I would believe that, guys, being looked at as a forward option, absolutely. Now, Benjamin Sesko also under consideration. This is something I dropped on my newsletter fucking months ago. I don't think it'd even been mentioned with us. And but since then, nothing. If you look in the video description of this video or any of my videos, you'll see I have a newsletter. I haven't had much chance to get stuff out on there really recently, but with the season concluding, I will. But yeah, Benjamin Sesko, I had good, solid information that he was, I don't want to say under consideration, There was no, it was more than that. It was more than that. I remember there was preliminary talks. Liverpool looking, sniffing, see, could they make a deal happen and something like that. You could get these players, for example. You could get 2 for the price of 1. Do you know what I mean? When you look at fucking what is it, Isak? You know what I mean? Like you buy 1, you get 1 for it. Do you know what I'm saying? Anyway, Benjamin Sesko. I want you to listen out for him. What do you think of him? Anyone watching him? I don't watch that league, so I can't comment. I watch La Liga these days. Right, okay. Cody Gakpo staying. No suggestion of a sale. Federico Chiesa, Sleepy Chiesa, as I refer to him, or people refer to him round here. If you don't know why that is, you might want to ask in the comment section, and someone might allude as to that situation. Big unproven rumours that that something maybe wasn't discovered at his medical or disclosed at his medical. No suggestion that was intentional. But, when someone says to you, yeah, you do it, and you go, oh, I'm all right, and you just forget to mention it because you think it's not a big deal. The suggestions that Federico Chiesa, something wasn't picked up at his medical, and that is the real reason why he hasn't figured so much at Liverpool. There's a lot more to it. It's on the members' website. I think if you were to go on there's the members' website behind me. The link's in the video description. I think it is. I don't know. I don't really mention the members' website, to be honest, but these are all the VIPs. This is my heaven right here. But yeah, Federico Chiesa, uncertain, struggled for minutes, not being pushed out. But what are you doing? You're getting right on my nerves. But could return to Italy if offers come in. Luis Diaz staying. Linked with Barcelona, but Liverpool don't want to sell. Don't believe that statement at all. I think if Barcelona return to the 1-1 rule, which financially means that if for every pound every euro they spend, they have to have a euro into their accounts. I believe if they go back to that they will pursue Luis Diaz in the summer. At the moment, they're on the 1-4 rule because they were outed for fiddling because there was a discrepancy in their accounts. They just forgot that the 100 million that had gone through their accounts hadn't actually gone through their accounts. So they're now on what's called a 1-4 rule. If they want to sign Luis Diaz for, say, 60 million, 70 million, they've got to get 175 million in through the books, right? So very difficult for them to do business at the moment. It might change at the end of June. I'm sure there's a review coming up at the end of June. Follow Golazo España or this channel, and you will know about it when I know about it. He wants Barcelona, and they want him. There's a fly in here. It's been in here since yesterday, and it's annoying me. Not you, the fly. Jota, staying. Also speculated, but Liverpool intend to keep him. I'm not sure I agree with speculated. I mean, every single player is speculated every day of the week, but only by people you don't listen to. So the people you do listen to, I haven't seen a lot of suggestions about Jota being available. But I think Liverpool would consider good offers for him because of his injury record if someone came in. But I'm not expecting anything to happen on that front at the moment. Finally, Ben Doak, uncertain. Clubs are interested. Liverpool would only sell for more than £30 million. If you fucking say. I mean, if you get it good, nice one. There you go. I have just gone through this article. And it's a very in-depth article. This chap here, he's got to go. He's fucking useless, let's be honest. A lovely lad and all that. Oh, when he's got the shirt on, you can't say it. I can say what I fucking want. I support him every time he plays for the club. He's fucking do loud. This lad here, I'd do anything to sign him. Honestly, I think he's great. There you go. That's my roundup of what James Pearce had to say today. Supported by Oliver Kay, I think it was, wasn't it? And I'm sure it was Oliver Kay, wasn't it? Look, it's a big article. Well, right down here. Mamardashvili is discussed, obviously. There you go. Oliver Kay, additional reporting. Mamardashvili, not had a very good season with Valencia. Some would argue he helped keep them up. He was being praised for his performances. He's played some fucking blinders as that goalkeeper this season. But he's also made some dreadful, squeaky bum arse collapse. Oh my God, are we buying him sort of fucking mistakes? Do you know what I mean? But I think he deserves a clean thing. Don't worry about it. He's been playing in a shit Valencia team. Imagine playing with them poor defenders in front of you. He's got his mind on Liverpool. He's all over the fucking place. You know what I mean? So I won't worry about that too much. Right, I'm off. That's it. Did you enjoy that? Did you? If you did, thumbs up the video. Thank you very much. Please drop me a comment. Loads of names mentioned in this video. Loads. What's your views? on the members' website, in the executive lounge, they're all chiming in there saying, well, I think this about each one of them. So if you're a VIP member, go over there and have a discussion. That's not a ploy to get you to sign up. I never mentioned it, to be honest with you. What are you doing down there, you fucking idiot? Sorry, my rescue dog, Remy. Knock your teeth out. What time is it? Oh, I'm going live soon. Right, listen. Thumbs up if you like the video. Thumbs down if you're a butthurt bitch. Drop me a comment if you've got anything interesting to say or any opinions on any of that stuff. I wouldn't pay too much to James Pearce, to be honest with you, but I know that people do. And I'm not saying that because I think, he might be a really nice guy. I remember seeing some match reports he wrote when he was like 15. He's fulfilled his dream and all power to him. But I don't think he's very fucking good when it comes to like getting those scoops, guys. Do you know what I mean? Well, in fact, it's not to do with that. I don't think he fucking doesn't. It's the truth. It's the truth, right? So, but it's still worth reading, I think. And it's interesting to see what he says. Because if he says we're not signing someone, I'd be thinking, oh, maybe that might happen. Anyway, I'll leave it to you. He's good for like interviews and analysis and all that, but that's about as far as you don't need to listen to anyone other than Ornstein and Joyce. All right. And if you want to get me a beer or a coffee, hit the super thanks thing. It's the love heart under the video. It pisses my haters off, makes me smile. My chubby cheeks go like this because I think, I've got another beer. And it's the weekend, right? Do you know what I'm saying? So, and if you do that, I always give a shout out in my morning briefing the next day on my other YouTube channel. Look in the video description, look for the thing on the screen. And I go over there and I tell everyone how much of a fucking hero you are. I do, honestly. And if you're a channel member, they've got a little football next to the name. Hey, I'm in a good mood. Right, I'll see you at 1 o'clock live on here. All right, guys, speak to you in a bit. All right.